giveaway today. Are you excited?
Yes.
Hey, what's up creatures? It's Em and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, I'm so sorry for the hiatus, but life got a little bit crazy. Oh my god. Last I checked, I didn't live in a swamp. And then this is our lovely black mold situation. So this is really bad down here right now. And then this guy gave me the biggest heart attack ever when I thought he was gonna die. Legit, all over my Instagram, I was like preparing everyone for the worst because he was pretty much lifeless and limp. But he came back from the brink. Would you like a worm? No? Okay, he's just gonna gurgle awkwardly. It's like me trying to get back into making videos. Now, when I first started filming this video, I actually started filming it way back before I moved back in my old studio. So I don't know how I'm going to basically piece this video together. Today I want to give a massive mega shout out to Custom Cages. Custom Cages make incredible bespoke cages, basically anything you can think of, but they also have some more modular designs out there which are already available on their website. So if you are interested in any of the cages that you have seen in my previous videos, like my Suncatcher Aviary by Custom Cages, or this one right behind me, which we're gonna be exploring and sprucing up a little bit today, then please go down into my description box and you'll be able to find the links to Custom Cages to go and check out their huge variety. Let's wind it back a few months. Hello creatures, it's another Custom Cages build happening today, which means boxes. Lots and lots of boxes.
So when you are shipping your Emzotics, it is very important that you use the proper amount of packing material. You want to make sure that your specimen is well protected. You can just make sure we pack them for plenty of packing for naps and enough to keep them warm. And of most importance is don't forget to provide a high energy nutritional snack. I'm not gonna throw it at you. What's gonna happen with you? Oh, and just in case, no, wait, in case there's an emergency, here, don't forget your wish, your secret disguise. Oh no, she's going down. Oh god, oh god.
Don't open them yet.
I want to see it. It's cool.
It is cool. It looks really nice.
This is really cool. Look at all the different textures it's got. So exfoliating. So we'll make sure we have all the parts. I'm not gonna go through the aluminum channel right now.
12 seconds later.
Hi. He's like, get out of my lizard cage. I am a lizard. See? Clearly a reptile. Yeah. And wind it forward. For the past couple of years, Bess has been living in a vivarium setup. It's actually a vision vivarium. It's one that Danny has had for a very long time. So it's quite an old school vision vivarium. So please excuse the general disarray that this room is in. I'm still moving in and not ready yet to do a house tour. I'm still setting everybody up. But here is old man Bess. This is his vision enclosure. It's just not big enough. You know, I'm always looking to improve my animals' enclosures and make them bigger. And although he seems quite happy, quite snug in here, and he will, you know, he'll soak in his bowl and everything. You'd be amazed, he can stick his whole body in there and soak, though it does displace a lot of the water. I just felt like he is such a great animal ambassador. He just deserves, you know, a really great upgrade. So I'm hoping he's gonna enjoy it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to transform this enclosure into an enclosure for my ball python. Or maybe this one down here. This one's currently empty as well. Actually, I have a couple of empty ones. Like yeah, I don't know, I'm shuffling everybody around. Oh yeah, the puppy pads are not a like thing that normally happens. It's just that I didn't want to use more substrate the other day when I cleaned him out because I knew that he was going to be moving house today anyway. So otherwise he is usually on a bark chip, like in this enclosure down here, which is also empty, and then I've got this empty one over here, and I think I've got another empty one over there. I have a lot of empty enclosures. Let's go ahead and start moving Bess to his new enclosure. I'll see you later, sausage. It's such a nice day. It's a lovely day to move Bess to his new enclosure. By the way, I have all my artwork everywhere. I still haven't put it up yet. Still kind of in the process of moving. That is a picture of me. I did not commission it myself. I will talk about that in the house tour. But yes, this is this is Bess's new enclosure. It's absolutely gorgeous. Again, by the amazing customcages.com. Not only does it have ample floor space, but it also has these rock ledges which are movable and they're built into the background, and they are super sturdy, and I'm hoping that he's going to want to bask and you know, sort of stretch his body out on there a little bit more. So that would be a dream to see him utilizing more space. See, what I think is, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, snakes don't want that much space, they really like having small squishy spaces. Yes, that is very true for many species of snake and many individual snakes. Some snakes do really stress if you put them in a larger enclosure and they just want to squish themselves into a corner. But when it comes to Bess, I feel like he's so relaxed and laid back that he would utilize space. He seems very confident in himself, so why would I deny him that? So I'm gonna hopefully be able to move him into this. Now, I actually chose to have this black sort of theme going on with this enclosure. It fit really well in my old studio, which I was so sad to have to leave behind, and I never got to show you really the final setup, but here it is. So I was very proud of it, but you know, it still looks wonderful even though it's like sort of black on brown. That's fine, we'll mishmash in here. This whole room is a bit of a mishmash, to be honest. Like, who even let me decorate? Why would you let me do that? Why is there a T-Rex head up on the wall drinking a Dr. Pepper? Because there just is, alright? Because there just is. I haven't finished moving in yet, by the way. When I do, I'll give you a house tour. Hello, my friends. And yeah, so what we're gonna do, I think it might be a good idea to get some substrate in, which I'm already with. Oh, and this is really cool too. The enclosure actually has storage built into it. So at the top there, you can actually see this is where you hide the overhead lamp. So up here, this is where the lamps are. This one is just a light, so it's sitting directly onto the mesh. And the other one I've actually suspended from the top there because the bulb was a little bit large. So that one's actually suspended from the top. But it's really nice because I don't like to see loads of cables all over the place, and you know, presentation is really important to me. So that's why I decided to go with this particular enclosure design. And then down at the bottom, of course, as well, we have another area for storage. I haven't got anything in there just yet, but that's going to be for, you know, extra bowls, extra bedding, extra cleaning supplies. It's just, you know what, maybe just for books, because I have a lot of books. So I have pine bark nuggets over here, and I also have hardwood mulch. Obviously, if you're ever going to be using any kind of substrate for your snakes, you want to stay as far away from cedar as possible. Nothing with cedar wood, because the oils can be very toxic to a whole variety of animals. So no cedar. The other reason why I'm not going to be using aspen is because aspen actually molds very quickly if there's any moisture, and being a Burmese python, he's going to want to be a little bit moist, more on the humid side. So I think I'm going to probably do a mixture of the two of these. This is what the hardwood mulch looks like. And then over here we have, oh, I haven't opened this yet, the pine bark nuggets. It's looking really slick. I like it. It's a very cute Burmese python enclosure. I guess we should go and get the big guy and see how he likes it, and then I'll go through some of the talking points for this enclosure and fill you in on some of the decisions that I've made and why. So stay tuned. Let's go get our boy. So I want to get Bess in his enclosure, but he's lounging. I don't have the heart to disturb him yet. He looks so comfortable. You can be comfortable in your new enclosure. How about that?
No.
You just want to stay there?
Yes.
Okay, 2 more minutes and then we're going in, okay? No. Non-negotiable.
Okay.
So Bess has been in his enclosure for about 10 minutes now. I haven't wanted to force him to do anything. I don't want to force him to climb or force him to soak. I want his first introduction to this enclosure to be really positive and in his own time. So he's doing exactly what I thought he would do, which is to go right behind this water soaking dish. And he's actually just hiding in the spot underneath the lowest rock, which I've designated to be his sort of like dark hiding place. I'm actually probably going to move this light over ever so slightly just so that we don't get the light in this corner. I'd like that to be a really nice dark corner for him. And yeah, he's just chilling. He's doing what snakes do best in the daytime, which is just chilling and sleeping. Oh wait, no, he is indeed awake. You bamboozled me. Naturally, hauling that mass around is quite difficult for him. I have not actually filled his water up very high. I want to see in his own time when he decides to soak in there how much water it can hold with his whole body in there as well. Now, although he is a very long snake, he's not a super thick Burmese python. I don't like to produce overweight animals. A lot of the Burmese pythons that you see in captivity are very overweight. They're actually obese or borderline obese. He's a really good weight actually. He's got like a nice solid body. He doesn't have as good muscle tone as I would hope, but he is an elderly snake. But he's not overweight, which is really important for these snakes because they live longer when they're not overweight. And where I'm going with that is that when he actually coils up, he would very happily be able to soak in this dish with his entire body in there, which is really important for snakes because it actually helps them to shed their skin. This is going to help to keep the humidity up in the enclosure. This nice big piece of wood up here has had boiling hot water in a kettle poured all over it twice in the bathtub. Sorry, 3 times in the bathtub just to sort of remove anything that was living on there, to sterilize it a bit more. But it is a natural piece of wood. It's not a piece of decor that I've bought. It's just something from outside. Obviously, if you're going to bring in a branch from outdoors, you do run the risk of having, you know, external parasites brought into the enclosure. So it's a very good idea to try and sterilize it first. Over at the side here, you can see these air vents. And if you were to turn the air vent slightly, as I have done over on this side, then you're actually able to see that you can actually thread cables through, which is great because you want to be able to have the ability to have a sensor, thermostat, thermometer, hydrometer. So depending on the type of tech you're using, those come in really handy. There's also 2 here at the bottom, so one on this side and one on this side. Of course, the doors are both open right now, but if I were to close them up, then I can show you how this enclosure locks as well. So these 2 sliding doors, when they're both closed, they still give really great visibility, as you can see. Hello, it's me. And this over here is a pretty standard sliding lock that you get for a lot of different reptile enclosures out on the market. You just slide this on here, lock like that, and then he won't be able to wedge his way out. Bess has been in here for a few hours by himself now, and he has not at all explored the top of his enclosure yet, but I am not worried in the slightest. He's obviously taking things at his leisure, and I want him to enjoy the space, and right now he's just doing his favorite thing, which is to soak in the water. Which is great, you know, the fact that he knows that's there and he's comfortable enough to go in by himself is wonderful. and it looks like he's been splashing around a little bit already, which is great. So I'm really pleased with this. I don't think I could have asked for this to go any better. I've actually topped up the water now that he's got his entire body in there, and it's really great to see how well he fits in there and how well he soaks. This is his adult size. He's not going to get any bigger, and he's just doing great.
12 o'clock midnight.
Hello? Hello?
So I suppose I will update you on his progress when it comes to doing the full house tour. But I hope that you enjoyed this little video and that it gave you a little glimpse into how life has progressed since the last video. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing Bess. I know that he's a favourite of many of you. His story is very sweet and touching, and he's just a really great character. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing him, and I think we can mark this enclosure update as a success. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I will see you in another video soon. Bye!